Hey there guys, how we doing? Let's get straight back into the Excavation of Hob's Barrow, part 2. Hope you're doing well. Here we are, where we left off. I realised in the last video my audios were a bit out of shape, so yeah, you probably barely heard me at times, so I apologise for that. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we've made some adjustments and you can hear me. Although this game, come on, exit. Although this game is very dialogue heavy anyway, so, you know, I don't have to do a lot of reading. Etc, etc. I hope you're doing well. I think I've already asked that. Let me know in the comments below. I am doing okay. Let's just say okay. I injured my neck and shoulder yesterday at the gym. It's quite sore actually, so popping those painkillers.
The water is icy cold. I present to you Myrtle.
Myrtle! I missed you so much.
Now, I believe we had a deal.
Hide and seek.
Hopefully you can still hear
Come
that.
back! It's in moments like these I thank myself for not having children.
I didn't realise how loud the
They aren't
music
mine
was
to take.
in last episode. Shrub.
The delicate flowers smell rather sweet.
Fossil.
I can't pry the fossil from the rock with my bare hands.
Do we have something?
The hairpin isn't strong enough to remove the fossil.
We need a knife. Something like this.
The trowel is too blunt to chip away at the rock.
Oh, fuck off. Are you serious? Okay. Anyway, let's remember that that's there. I think that's it for the area.
Hey!
Come back. Ooh, she's gone in there.
Jane?
I don't like where this is going.
Jane, get out of there. Don't make me come in. Fine.
Awesome.
Curses. The hole is too small for me to fit through.
Thought we were going to do some Alice in Wonderland. Shit. Guess what I have?
I was always happiest with a trowel in my hand. Uncovering hidden worlds within the earth itself, clod by clod. That should do it.
In we go. Oh, jeez.
Jane! Jane? Jane, come out this instant. I can't see a damned thing in here. I need a light source.
We have a match. There we go. She just didn't want to do it the first time.
Curses.
Ah.
The useless thing blew out.
Okay, well, we're not ready for the hole yet. Oh, God. That sounded wrong.
There's nothing else I wish.
Okay. This is the only other area we haven't really been. Oh no, we've been here.
I don't think any.
Light source. Ah, back at our hotel, there's a thing. A lamp.
Good day to you, sir.
I'll do, lad.
What do you make of Henry Long?
An idiot who thinks that station's a good idea. Can you imagine? Strangers pouring into Bewlay. Turns the stomach, that does.
Maybe he has a point. You could travel.
Bah! You're an outsider. I'd expect you to have such a bad opinion. But Henry, he's a Bewlay lad. We've had the odd barney or two in the pub over it all.
I can imagine. Can I buy you a drink, Cyril?
Now,
Yes.
go on then, lass.
Follow me.
Now that we have our tab open. Oh, shouting everyone.
So then he turns around and says, "Why is a dog like a tree?" And I says, "I don't know." And he says, "Because they both lose their bark once they're dead."
Very droll, Cyril. Well, it's been a pleasure, but I must be off.
Aye, lass. Ta for the drink. You're not too bad for an outsider.
All we got out of him was a lame joke, eh?
Thanks again for now. Leave me.
Leave me bare. Let's get that light source.
The candle has melted. I've hung my... Aside from that, I've stored my a box with it.
Okay. Maybe our light source is in the box in the post office.
Can I please have a new candle for my room?
I'll go upstairs and replace it this evening.
Can I have one now?
It's not dark yet, Miss Bateman.
Never mind. What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
A most charming man, Miss Bateman. He looks after us here, a good fellow.
Where does he live?
Panswick Manor, on the moors. No visitors allowed. His lordship likes his privacy.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
I can't think of any...
Okay. Suppose we're done. This guy?
Hello? I really must find Hobbs Barrow.
What did I tell you last time? Not to be found digging around in those things.
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
Naught to say, except don't be sniffing around his lordship's manor. You'll end up with a round of shot in you.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. Just mind your own business around here.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
Just trying to think of what we can do to make it till night time, I suppose.
There's
talk.
nothing else I wish...
No, I can talk to that guy. Okay, fine. Oh, look at that. That's new.
Nobody home.
Bloody useless anyway. Oh, I'm going to start talking like these guys soon. Won't be far long. You catch my drift. Terrible.
I don't think anyone...
Apologies. Talk.
Hello?
Yes?
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
He gave me some sweets once. My friend says that Lord Panswick has special trees at his manor that grow sweets on their branches. Do you think that's true, miss?
I think that's very unlikely.
Me too.
Are you sure you know nothing of Hobbs Barrow?
Not like a wheelbarrow.
Never mind. Goodbye.
Goodbye, miss.
How about this yawning lass?
Good day.
Hello, miss.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
Not a lot. I know he's in charge around here.
Does he come to the village often?
Not really. He has a manor out on the moors.
Have you ever been there?
Heavens, no. Villagers aren't allowed there.
Why not?
Dunno. It's just the way it is.
Are you sure you know nothing of Hobbs Barrow? I really must find it.
I'm sure.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
How? How do we get past this guy?
Hello.
Good day.
No.
Goodbye.
Don't be a stranger.
He's just racking up my tab.
Royal Mail. This must be the local...
Okay, we'll continue to do the rounds. Worm. What can we use the worm for?
I don't think any...
We've got that worm in our inventory. Four more things. Four more areas.
Hello.
Good day.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
Wretched man. They say he is restoring a chapel near his manor. But for whom and to what god, I ask?
Is he a man of faith?
I've barely seen him set foot in St. Edmunds. It doesn't stop him from acting as our God-given ruler. Stay away from him, pet. Don't get yourself tangled up in local affairs.
I certainly don't intend to. Why do you call Lord Panswick wretched?
He hides in that manor of his and cares not for his people. I've heard stories whispered in the pews, you know,
What kind of stories?
that he shoots people on sight. Anyone that strays onto Panswick Manor.
Good grief.
Yet he will walk into the plough and furrow and buy ale for all and be hailed as our protector. I answer to God and God alone.
Have we been to the
Forgive
Panswick
me,
Manor?
pet. I shouldn't get so worked up.
Not at all. I appreciate your honesty, Mrs. de Plancy. Thank you for your time.
Lord be with you.
How do we get there?
In memory of William Ager. In memory of George Paxton. In memory of Romeo Hegg, dearly missed by his beloved Juliet. It's locked.
Oh, what's this key for again? It's room key. Room. Alright, let's go way out here. See, I've got this.
The moors stretch into the distance.
I've got this worm in the inventory. Fresh grave.
This
Oh,
appears to be a recently dug, unmarked grave.
should we dig it?
They may be a barrow digger.
That was worth a shot. I feel like I've exhausted every little bit. Worm for the chooks? But for what reason?
Mr. Schultz. No sign of any move. That would be rather cruel to the poor worm.
Oh, okay. Fresh worm. And nothing beyond here.
I've no desire to...
Alrighty, guys. Well, your guess is as good as mine at this point.
What a peculiar... I can't quite see the resemblance myself.
The train station?
Here lies Elizabeth...
There's nothing there. Anything we can say to Blacksmith?
Good day.
Yes?
Oh, okay.
Mr. Crozier, might I borrow your lantern?
Sorry, lass. I need it.
Ah,
My eyesight is not what it used to be. The extra light helps me see what I'm hammering.
I understand. What can you tell me of Lord Panswick?
His lordship commands much respect around here, lass. Keeps me busy with work. Why do you ask?
Just curious. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
okay. I really want that lantern.
I have one just like this.
This way. Where's that exit go? Worth a shot.
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
Oh, you've heard of his lordship then?
Yes. Do you know him?
Aye. He comes into the village from time to time, gives sweets to the children, hires young men to work his land. He's well liked around here.
I sense some hesitation, Mr. Tillett.
Well, we kind of have an unspoken agreement with his lordship. He looks after us, provided we leave him alone.
I don't follow.
He likes his privacy.
Some people do.
No one is allowed to visit him.
Do you mean to say that he's a bit eccentric?
No. I've heard people got fired at when approaching his manor uninvited.
Good grief. But is this true?
Well, I won't be the one to find out.
Farewell for now.
Ta-ra!
Ta-ra!
Mr. Tillett is... My mother always told...
Fuck. The only other option really is buying that guy another drink. Hairpin, worm, glove. Like, these guys don't want help.
I can walk through there.
Lass, there's no way down the path today.
Right, and I can't just put myself to bed. Fucking hell. Alright, one more drink for the town drunk. Well, he's not even a town drunk. He can hold his booze. Nothing in here to... Nothing in there we can grab. That old mate can just give me his land. Let's go get drunk.
Hello.
Good day.
Can I buy you another drink?
I suppose one more. I shall take you up on your offer.
Let us make our way.
One more? Okay, maybe we're getting closer.
To think, if that station hadn't been built, we would never have met. Blessed be the Midland Railway.
Idiot! That station is the worst decision this village has ever made!
Cyril Farnaby, a miserable man with miserable ideas. I will change your mind even if it kills me.
Hey, we did something. Okay. Look at him go at it.
I'll leave Cyril and Henry to their grand debate.
Oh, nice. We can go to the post. Okay. I see what's going on here. He's distracted. We did it. How clever of the game there, hey? There we go.
Locked. I need to get inside without attracting too much attention. He's currently debating the merits of the railway.
Yeah. Oh, I know. We'll use the hairpin. She can
Kenneth
pick locks.
taught me this useful trick. A hairpin is much more than a hair accessory. A few wiggles and this lock should spring right open. I've snapped the hairpin in the process, but I managed to unlock the door.
Here we go.
Let's open this envelope. There's a note inside.
Miss Bateman, I beg for your forgiveness. A matter of grave urgency has arisen in London, and I cannot join you in Bewlay. I've packed your usual equipment, and pray you will find local assistance in my absence. I look forward to seeing you upon your return. Yours faithfully, Kenneth Murdoch.
How very frustrating. I wonder what happened. I'd better get this to the alley before Mr. Long comes back. Moving a fully laden crate through the village square was no easy task. Somehow, no one was there to witness it. But I didn't give up, because I never give up, do I, Mother? I am as stubborn as my father, as you liked to remind me.
There we go. Lantern in here. Go down the rabbit hole.
Wait. Where is my money? It's not in here. Kenneth, you absolute liability of a man.
Liability.
Everything else is in here.
I love it.
Picks, specimen trays, shovels. Oh, my chisel, I'll take that. Ah, my lantern. It feels light. There mustn't be any oil inside.
What a liability.
I'll leave the rest in the crate. Stanley assured me things would be safe here.
I doubt it, but anyway, we'll have to keep coming back.
No money and no assistant. This is most inconvenient. Still, I've been in worse situations. I've got a tab at the inn for now. I'll worry about money later. I must find that barrow and get on with the excavation.
I wonder in this game if we're actually even going to get to the barrow, or it's just the build up to it, you know? Something's going to happen. What do we do about oil?
I'd rather not.
Okay. Oil.
There's nothing else I... I've too much to do.
Shit, she still doesn't want to have a sleep. Okay. Blacksmith might have some oil.
I have nothing else.
No.
Good day.
Yes?
I was wondering if you might be able to spare some lantern oil.
I don't have much to spare, lass. Paraffin is as rare as hen's teeth in these parts. How much coin do you have?
None, I'm afraid.
If you're in a bind, I can trade you a small amount.
A trade, you say?
Aye.
What can I trade you for some lantern oil?
Surprise me.
Thanks for your time.
Aye.
What do you want? Ah, stop it. Come down here. A chisel.
I don't think Mr. Crozier would be in...
Really? Alright. A worm? Trouble. Well, not a worm.
I don't... Good day.
Yes?
What can I trade you for some lantern oil?
Surprise me.
Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
The worm is very surprising indeed. Glove? Okay. Surely not glove. Oh, fossil. Let's go use the chisel on the fossil. Cool. Fastest way to get there. Up here. Chisel with fossil.
Splendid. I've managed to extract it in one piece.
Let's go. Maybe he wants a fossil.
Would you trade some of your paraffin for this fossilized ammonite, Mr. Crozier?
Now then, 'tis a beauty that. It looks familiar. I'll take it off your hands.
Wonderful.
Let me fetch some paraffin from inside.
There we go. Aren't we the cleverest?
There you are.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
This way. It's not the biggest map, but I keep getting confused. Okay.
I should fill the lantern. Fumbling in the dark.
Okay, she wants to fill it now. So, paraffin, lantern.
My lantern is fueled and ready for action.
Woohoo! Ready for action.
Right, let's put this lantern to good use. Jane, come out at once.
Oh, that's a nasty badger.
Goodness me.
You nasty badger.
Jane!
Silly, what are you doing in that smelly old badger's hole?
You were in there.
No, I weren't.
Yes, you were.
Not true. I was hiding behind that tree over there. I got bored of waiting for you.
So where can I find Hob's Barrow?
Go north from the church graveyard, up the hill. You'll see some muddy fields on the horizon. That's Mr. Bryden's farm. Hob's Barrow is there.
No shit.
Don't tell any
We just
grown-ups
couldn't
I
go there.
told you. And thanks for getting Myrtle back.
My pleasure. Thank you, Jane. You've been a
Did
great
Jane go
help.
through that hole or not? That's it's a bit spooky. You're a bit spooky, Jane. All that effort just to see a dirty badger. No, wrong. Sorry. See? Confusion. I bet you we're going to bump into somebody along the way, though. Nope. Okay.
As
Ew,
I
off we
trudged
go.
through the barren moors, with only the odd sheep for company, I reflected upon my visit to Bewlay thus far, the enigmatic Mr. Shoulder and his puzzling disappearance. The townsfolk of Bewlay, who had made it as difficult as they could for me to find Hob's Barrow.
They did.
The suspicion, the wariness in their eyes. Only now I know it was actually fear. In the end, it was the innocence of a child, young Jane, that condemned me to my fate.
Okay. So she's narrating over what has previously happened. Interesting. I thought it was like kind of live as we're going. So that's cool. Maybe we should have grabbed some of our tools. Anyway.
I've no desire to wander the furrows.
But don't you? Isn't that the point? Anyway. Window. Door.
What do you want?
Oh, what do you want?
My name is Thomasina Bateman. Mr. Bryden, I presume.
Aye. What do you want, lass?
I understand Hob's Barrow is located on your land.
Oh, well, yes. Why do you ask?
I am an antiquarian, Mr. Bryden. I'm writing a volume on the barrows of England.
Oh, I suppose you'll be wanting to dig about it.
If at all possible, Mr. Bryden. I was invited to Bewlay by Mr. Leonard Shoulder, who told me such an excavation would be possible.
Leonard Shoulder? Ha! I haven't seen him in years. The last I heard he were on death's door. There's to be no more digging there, lass. Not since it went so badly last time.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Bryden.
I live here with my wife, and I might be long in tooth, but I can still run this farm without too much help.
Was there a previous excavation of Hob's Barrow?
Aye. My brother dug it up. Must have been, 25 years ago? You see, whatever he found inside, well, it drove him mad.
Oh?
Aye. I moved back here to look after him. Poor bastard hanged himself not long after.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bryden. That's terrible.
Jeez.
Aye. Time passes, but it were an awful thing.
What did your brother find?
Samuel. Samuel were his name.
Sorry, what did Samuel find in the barrow?
I don't know. But something went wrong. Afterward, he could barely speak. You couldn't make out a word, like.
That must have been hard.
You lost a hand in that excavation too, you know.
Goodness me, how?
I try hard not to speculate on what might have happened, lass. I'd see him disappear into that barrow, dragging timber in with him. You'd hear him hammering away for hours. I offered him help, but he'd have none of it. Soon enough, he blocked the entrance off. To look at it now, you'd never know the thing we dug up. The land has reclaimed it.
Who else was involved in the excavation?
2 others, I believe. Outsiders, perhaps. I can't say for sure. I think they left town pretty swiftly afterwards. I lived in Bakewell at the time. I only moved back here to look after Samuel. I took over the farm when he passed away.
I see.
Lots of questions.
What can you tell me about your farm?
Samuel's fair aside. We're a fortunate family. The soil is fertile here. Crops grow without too much trouble. All the other farmers round here raise livestock. Even Lord Panswick. We grow feed for him.
Most fortunate, Mr. Bryden. Is your wife home?
She's out in fields, lass. Pulling weeds. The curse of such fertile soil. 40 years we've been married. I couldn't do it without her, you see.
How splendid.
Aye. My wife is a fine woman. Are you married, lass?
No. I've had my fair share of proposals, Mr. Bryden, but that's not the life for me.
Marriage is an important institution. You'll find a man one day.
I manage rather well without one, Mr. Bryden.
They're all obsessed with my marriage.
You haven't seen Mr. Shoulder for some time.
I hear about him now and then, but it must be a good few years since I set eyes on him.
He hasn't been here to visit Hobbs Barrow.
Not to my knowledge. I heard he's beset by ailments. Don't leave his home often.
How odd. I assumed he'd spoken to you about my visit.
Not at all.
What can you tell me of Lord Panswick?
He keeps us going. Most of our crops go to feed his animals.
What is he like?
Oh, I've hardly laid eyes on him. He sends his workers here to pick up the crops.
I see. You say Mr. Shoulder is at death's door. What exactly ails him?
I'm unsure. It's just what I've heard. I wouldn't want to speculate on matters that are not my business.
Mr. Bryden, may I please have your permission to excavate Hobbs Barrow?
No. Have you not been listening, lass? Samuel found something in there that's best left to rot. No digging here, lass.
Okay. As you wish. I'm afraid I won't take no for an answer, Mr. Bryden. Wouldn't you like to find out more about what Samuel found in there? How about we go with the last choice? Hit him in the heart strings.
Wouldn't you like to find out more about what Samuel found in there?
Perhaps. But Samuel boarded up that barrow for a reason. You don't want to tempt the same fate, lass.
Perhaps I can at least see Hobbs Barrow.
I suppose you've come a long way to be here, lass.
All the way from London, Mr. Bryden.
Have you any proof of all you've told me?
You wish to see proof of what, Mr. Bryden?
I can't let any Tom, Dick or Harry wander around me fields. What proof have you of your claims?
Letters.
You wish to see proof of...
I can't let any Tom, Dick or Harry... What proof of...
Thanks for your time.
Ta-ra now.
Proof. How about... these. Read them.
Here is proof that Mr. Shoulder invited me to Bewlay in order to excavate Hobbs Barrow.
Leonard making bold promises, I see. Don't make me regret this. But yes, you can have a look at it.
Thank you.
Boom.
Any road. Once you've set your eyes on it, you won't be wanting outdo with it. The place gives one a queer feeling.
So where can I find it?
Through that gate to your left. Just head straight across the top to the field there. After 10 minutes or so, you'll see Barrow. Set on a hill ahead.
You see it, Barrow?
Thank you again, Mr. Bryden.
You'll see
I
it, Barrow.
really do appreciate it.
Thank you, mate. What a legend. The first legend of the town, really. I see his wife.
This is not mine to take.
First friendly folk. Tree. What is this over here? Ah, goat.
Easy, girl.
Okay, it's just him.
I'm not fond of goats at the best of times, but this one seems particularly disagreeable.
Okay, here we go. To the Barrow. See you, Ledge.
I probably should have brought my umbrella.
Hey,
AR. I haven't a clue what that could be referring to. Finally, here it is. Hob's Barrow.
Oh, I'm a bit nervous.
Indeed, a barrow of a most unusual rectangular form. I've not seen something like this since West Kennet Long Barrow. Yes, this shall make a fine entry for my book. What secrets do you conceal, I wonder?
She doesn't have any of her tools. And she's not allowed to excavate, right? We're just having a look.
That smell. Earthy and sweet.
Jesus, girl. You're right.
3, 2, 1. You can open your eyes now, Thomasina. Come. Are you ready for your first excavation?
Yes, Daddy.
Capital. Make sure you remember everything I've taught you. I have a feeling you might find something special.
How exciting.
I'll be watching from the steps, my little bird. Good luck.
Thank you, Daddy.
Cool, what are we doing? Where?
Hello.
Why do you make us walk all the way over there? Nothing to excavate.
I can't find the treasure, Daddy.
Keep looking. Leave no stone.
Oh, okay. Something keeps coming up. About here. There.
Thomasina, we don't excavate.
Grab the trowel. Go back
Now
to the dirt. There's one here.
Thomasina, a true archaeologist uses the tools of her trade.
Yeah? Is that not it? Oh, sorry. I know what's going on.
Thomas.
Yeah, we know. Gotta use it from my inventory. There we go.
No treasures here. Nothing here.
Of course it's the first one.
Treasure! Daddy, I found the treasure! Look!
Well done, little bird. Your first successful excavation. That urn you're holding is very old and precious. Take good care of it, all right?
I will, Daddy. I promise.
Memories, eh? Oh, she's tearing up. You right, Thomasina?
I do have a feeling there is something exceptional to be discovered here. I must gain Mr. Bryden's permission to excavate.
Okay. I'm pretty sure this is... All this is, like, based on true folklore. When I've been looking into the game here and there. Pretty cool. Whatever these barrows are, I mean, obviously I'm from Australia, we have nothing like this. But in the UK, if you're from there, if you've heard of anything like this or seen barrows, yeah, let me know in the comments. Or any of this folklore. Obviously,
Darkness falls quickly here. I should make my way back to the inn.
obviously they all were sort of... How do I get back to the inn? They all had their stories about them. All their tales, their spooky tales. Oh shit! It's got misty. Hey, lights on in there. There is someone though, I can see. A few characters in here.
Good evening, Mr. Crozier.
Evening. Thanks again for the fossil, lass. 'Tis truly a beauty.
You're most welcome. How long have you been collecting fossils?
Ever since I was a boy. The moors look a barren place, but there are plenty of fossils to be found in the rock formations. All manner of creatures to uncover.
Such a playground for a young lad. What's your favourite piece in your collection?
The ammonite you gave me today. The most recent is always the best.
Indeed.
You're
What
welcome.
about you, lass? Do you collect out?
I do. You see, I'm writing a book on the Barrows of England. It shall be called Vestiges of the Antiquities in Rural England.
Working title.
I document
It's pretty long.
all my findings.
But what do you collect?
Pottery, tools and such.
Bones too, no doubt.
No, I leave those in place.
You've got a morbid heart, lass. Fussing about in old graves like that.
We're not dissimilar in that we both take an interest in the remains of the long gone.
I suppose you have a point there. How's your book coming along then?
Very well, thank you. Though I'm rather keen to begin my chapter on Hobbs Barrow. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Man.
Good evening, gentlemen.
What are you gonna do about him?
If he thinks he can take her away from here, he's got another thing coming. I am gonna knock his bloody block off. In fact, I can think of a better punishment. Oi, what do you want, lady? Piss off.
You heard the man.
Oh yeah?
Charming.
Start some shit.
Good evening, Miss Bateman.
Good evening, Stanley. I found Hobbs Barrow.
Oh, remember what I said, Miss Bateman? There are stories connected to that place.
Yes, stories you won't elaborate on, I might add. Don't worry about me, Stanley. I'm quite capable of warding off imagined fiends.
I have no doubt, but please leave that place be.
I've come this far, there's no turning back now.
That's precisely what worries me.
A mug of your finest ale, please.
We'll have a nightcap. Why not?
There we are. That's 2 pence on your account.
Thank you.
About payment.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
No money.
Good evening, sir. I'll leave you to it. A lovely place to walk. I don't wish to wake him up.
That's it. Ah, Cyril's still
Hello
here.
again, Cyril.
You're still here?
Did Mr. Long convince you of the virtues of Bewlay Station?
What the hell do you think? Now bugger off and leave me to me drink.
Jeez.
He
Rightio.
seems even more wound up than usual.
Time in front of the fire.
A lovely place.
No, it's time for bed. And we're almost on the 1 hour mark, so
Time for bed.
let's see what
Tomorrow
happens
I
for
shall
the next
convince
chapter.
Mr. Bryden to allow me to begin my excavation.
And call that an episode.
Miss Bateman. How are you?
Tired.
Gonna buy you a drink?
Well, this guy's pretty fucking useless with information. Stop drinking. Yep.
Shouldn't you stop drinking so much?
You're beginning to sound like my dear wife. Please, Miss Bateman. I feel bad about what happened last night. I'm sorry I can't remember it.
That's all right, Mr. Tillett. Alcohol can do all sorts of damage to one's memory.
I was thinking that maybe if we had another drink tonight, I might remember what happened.
I'm not sure that's logical.
But worth trying?
Okay.
Oh, Mr. Tillett, if you insist.
Very good. Take your seat, Miss Bateman. I shall return with the goods.
We're gonna be twice burned here.
To Leonard's shoulder.
Wherever he may be. I've been meaning to ask you something.
Yes?
Why did Leonard Shoulder ask you to dig up Hobbs Barrow?
Despite his disappearing act the previous evening, not to mention his questionable sobriety, I decided Mr. Tillett was to be my ally. I spoke again of Mr. Shoulder's letter, his proposed excavation, and my status as an antiquarian and barrow digger. He was fascinated and quite excited at the prospect of meeting the soon-to-be author of a real-life book.
You must find all manner of riches on your digs.
Barrow digging is not all success, Mr. Tillett. Often I'll come across the likeliest of sites steeped in promise. We set to work with shovel and pick and all the other barrow opening paraphernalia you can imagine. Every stone carefully taken down, every shovel full of earth put dutifully through the sieve, and we find nothing. Or you may find a miserable remnant of animal bone or a shard of pottery hardly to be recognized from the peat in which it decayed. Sometimes it's as if some Neolithic humorist prepared an elaborate practical joke for your special benefit.
It still sounds much more exciting than spending your days sitting in England's most remote railway station.
Are you all right, Mr. Tillett?
I've had another argument with Agnes.
Your wife?
Aye. She didn't want me coming to the plough tonight. Truth is, I've been drinking my life away since my mother passed.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry for your loss.
You're kind, Miss Bateman. Thank you. It's been a year since the old girl left us. She had a horrible end, wasting away, day by day. Consumption got her. She was naught but bones by the end. I can't get the image out of my mind. She were everything to me.
I'm so sorry.
I apologise for going on, Miss Bateman. It's not appropriate.
Don't worry, Mr. Tillett. I appreciate your openness.
Used to love going for walks out in the moor, my mother and I. Ever since I were a little one. She'd get a tear in her eye as she looked out upon it. She loved this land. I asked Mr. Crozier to build a bench, which we've erected at her favourite lookout spot on the moors. Margaret's Lookout, we called it. Aye.
That's a beautiful tribute.
Aye. If you take a seat there, do keep her in your thoughts, won't you?
Of course, Mr. Tillett. I can relate in some manner. My father had an accident when I was very young. He's still alive, but he can neither move nor speak. He spends his entire life bedbound and incapable of communicating or looking after himself in any way.
How dreadful.
He was a barrow digger himself, an antiquarian of some renown. He taught me so much, even though I was so young. I think writing this book is my way of carrying on his work. It helps me reclaim those earlier memories of him, and I visit him often to tell him all about my excavations.
Can he hear you?
I've no idea. The doctors aren't sure. I'd do anything to make him better, Mr. Tillett. I'd do anything to bring him back to the man he was. I am in a state of suspended mourning for a man caught between life and death.
Dreadful. Just dreadful.
We all have our weaknesses. Mine just happens to be my father.
And what of your mother?
A cold woman. We haven't talked in quite some time. I think she blamed me for my father's accident somehow.
You were but a child.
Indeed. She thus saw it fit that a governess should raise me as she spent her life grieving for my father.
Well then, I propose a toast.
A toast to what?
A shared sense of loss.
I'll toast to that, Arthur. Now then, enough of this wallowing.
Let us be merry. Another round.
I really shouldn't. But I did.
Oh.
And another after that. And another. The frustrations of my visit to Bewlay slipped away with each swill of Stanley's finest ale. We had great fun that night, Mr. Tillett and I. I treasure the memory.
Go on then. Let's hear those
Oh,
pipes.
jeez. Get ourselves into a bit of
mustn't.
trouble.
Sing the song.
You're incorrigible.
Please. You'll make a sad man happy.
Oh, all right then.
Clasps, celts, and arrowheads I'll try to claw within my clutch. And if a shield I should espy, I'll vow there ne'er was such.
With popish tricks and relics rare,
Oh, flashback.
the
How
priests
cool's that?
their flocks do gull. In casting out the earth take care. Huzzah! I've found a skull.
And we made us a bed. Who's coming in this time? We got the cat? Nope. Game saved. Let's leave it there before we venture on into this dream state. I don't know what's going on here. And we'll pick it back up in the next episode. So happy to have your company, and I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and we'll see ya in the next one. Alright, guys, take it easy. Bye.